back that you have, like Michael and Kenya, great quarterback.
I came up with the closest analogy I could come up with. And it's a pretty good one. You only have to go back 2 years to find it. BCS title game participant brings back all that star power and replaces most of its offensive line. It's Oklahoma. They replaced 4 guys, replaced 3. Now, whatever happened with Sam Bradford happened. He kind of got a weird hit.
Yeah.
And he got hit again in that other game, in the Texas game or whatever. But, the point is, their O-line was a work in progress. It affected all the expectations. They ended up with 8-5. I'm predicting that for you guys. I'm just saying, if you want to draw parallels, we can draw the Boise parallel, we can draw the 09 Oklahoma parallel. You see why people would do that?
Yeah. And like I told somebody else, that this spring, it was good in the fact that it took those things that we kind of knew we'd have to work on in the off season and it magnified them. And it gave us some good tape to work on, and it gave us some more empirical evidence of, okay, this is actually going to be something we need to work on. We actually need to work on our communication on the O-line. We actually need to work on getting guys bigger and faster and stronger, and just getting up to that level and replacing that confidence and that ownership of that.
And did you see Carson? Did you tweet?
I don't.
Carson had a cool tweet the other night. I guess he was watching the draft coverage. He showed Fairley going by him and signing him there. So he said something about it. He just sort of tweeted something funny about it. And then he was telling me in here, the last thing you want to be is become a draft day highlight for the other guys. That's where I get to the whole LSU thing, because they don't have Fairley as far as they go, but they got a bunch of guys that are big and strong and fast.
Sure.
Sort of trying to be obscure is a big deal for you guys.
No.
Pancake's a nice thing. I get that.
Sure, but another one that's a great one is the Reggie Bush's highlight. Whenever they run Reggie Bush highlight, there's one where he shakes some Oregon guy out of his shoes in Autzen Stadium and runs in for a touchdown, and they play that one over and over and over. And it's like, come on, get some more highlights,
Right.
But I don't think you can always play with that fear of ending up on somebody else's highlight tape. You have to have that desire to succeed rather than that fear of failure. Going against Fairley, I didn't care. I didn't think where he was lined up or what was going on. It wasn't my focus during that game. I think if that's the kind of mentality you have, you're setting yourself up to play tentative. So, I don't want to mess up. I don't want to end up on somebody's highlight tape.
What's the biggest thing you guys have to be better at by September 3rd? Or the biggest one or two things? I mean, just as you sit here at the end of spring, you've got another 30 practices, 28 practices, whatever it is, and you've got all this offseason. What does that offensive line need to be? Obviously, you've got to identify who they are. What do you want to be?
Kind of just starting to get back to it now. Yeah.
Number one thing I'd say would be being able to
I had a mental breakdown. I was in therapy.
live with the call.
No, I'm okay.
To have, I think Carson made an analogy a few weeks ago about multiple voices that you hear out there. And what really needs to happen is there needs to be, there's a method to it, information gets, we get up to the line, the information gets pumped to the center then makes the information, registers the information back. Or he initially identifies the front, we make our calls, he makes a call, and we go. And so often that's not happening right now. It's just that one, communication from tackle to tackle is not happening. It's getting from tackle to center, but maybe not to the other side. So
it's kind of
it's leaving
the telephone.
Yeah, it's leaving
morphed.
It's leaving guys unblocked or aiming at the wrong linebacker and stuff like that. So I'd say it could be, you can call it confidence, you could call it where just being able to say, this is where we're going to go, and then everybody trusting that call and coming off the ball and going fast, because that's our claim to fame, is being fast, flying off the ball, and creating big running lanes for our
What's that?
explosive and dynamic running backs.
And